praises to the Heavenly Father Yahweh and His only begotten Son Yahweh Shai, whom the world ignorantly calls Jehovah and Jesus. I want to give all praises in the ancient Hebrew tongue or facing the east. Call halal, la, Yahweh, Ba'asim Yahweh Shai, Ba'asim Kapadash, Barakti Yahweh, Barakti Yahweh Shai, the water, Yahweh Ba'asim Yahweh Shai, Ba'asim Kapadash. Double honors to the apostles, to the elders of Yasharala, Greatmillstone. Shalom to the 144,000. Shalom to the elect. My name is Yasharala, and today I want to talk about blackouts in Babylon. Right, 2 Ezra 6, verse 24. At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountains shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. Right, for that to happen, for that prophecy to happen, the springs of the fountains shall stand still. That means that there ain't going to be no running water, all right? That means that, and for that to happen, that means that there's going to be a blackout, all right? Because those water management stations that, you know, that are responsible for supplying water and filtering water to cities, all right, those places, they need electricity to function. All right, so there's no power. There's no way for them to send that water to your crib. And this lesson has been inspired by the situation that's going on in Ecuador right now.
Military patrolled the streets of the capital Quito on Wednesday night as the government shut down the country's power network for preventative maintenance. More blackouts are set for next week as the country faces a power crisis amid its worst drought in 61 years. Water levels have dropped dramatically, severely affecting hydroelectric plants. Wednesday's blackout was scheduled from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. The government said the measure will be repeated from Tuesday to Thursday next week during the same hours. It was unclear how many weeks power cuts would be implemented for, causing safety concerns among locals. This woman says she is rushing home to her waiting children. We are trying to go back home and try to secure the doors because most of us are quite scared at night, in complete darkness, she says. Some 46,000 police officers will be mobilized nationwide during the nighttime power cuts, the National Police said. The government attributes the power crisis to a lack of maintenance of existing dams and insufficient contracts to secure new power generation. The military began supporting operations at a major dam this week, the Mazar. The government has taken several measures to face the crisis, it said in a statement this week on social media platform X, including commissioning a power ship, seeking to build permanent generators on land, and improving abandoned infrastructure, among others. Authorities said Ecuador needs an additional 1,000 megawatts or 1 gigawatt of power to cover national demand.
So, like, I'm just laughing at that title. Diddy was found with 1,000 bottles of baby oil. That's some funny shit. But all right, I digress. All right, that's off topic. But you see what's going on. You see what's going on in Ecuador, and I used to live like that because there's still parts of DR that are live like that. All right, even here in the capital. Where I used to live, man. All right, the power, there wouldn't be powers for like 8 hours a day. There would only be power for like 16, 15 hours a day. So you had to plan everything you had to do of when there was power. All right, you had to make sure your refrigerator, you couldn't open your freezer. You didn't want your meat to go bad. But I'm living in a in a place now, in a neighborhood now, where it doesn't even go out that much. So the wadi out bashina shot for that, but it still goes out from time to time. And this kind of lifestyle, man, where the power goes out frequently, man, this shit is coming to America too, man. All right, I was watching this video recently of this brother. I think he's in a Chicago camp. He said that his woman, on the GMS Strictly Testimonials channel, he said his woman had a vision that they were protected, that his house was the only house on the block that had power. Everybody else's house ain't had no power. All right, and the cops were, I don't know, he mentioned it was some military were rounding people up, going into people's houses, getting them out. All right, but him and his family were the only ones that were unaffected, man. All right, I believe that's gonna happen. All right, like that's coming to America, man. That kind of life, where you don't know when you're gonna get power again, and it's just gonna be uncertainty, and then it's just gonna be no power at all, man. I'd imagine with this, Revelation 18, verse 23, and the light of a candle shall shine no more at all in thee. Hey, there ain't gonna be no power to be seen. You ain't gonna see no house at night with the lights on. Because when you look at pictures of Earth from space at night, all right, you see the cities all lit up, all these lights, all right, it looks like candles. Everybody got candles on. So there ain't gonna be no light. There ain't gonna be no light, no power in Babylon, all right. And this verse is talking about Babylon, all right, aka America. And the voice of the bridegroom and of the bride shall be heard no more at all in thee, for thy merchants were the great men of the earth. For by thy sorceries were all the nations deceived. All right, so Babylon is gonna go through this shit, okay? Babylon is gonna go through the same kind of lifestyle that people gotta put up with in third world countries and so-called developing countries, where you just ain't got no power, man. If you need to get dialysis, you got a dialysis machine, you better have a generator or something, man. And even that won't last long. All right, because when shit hits the fan, man, if you ain't got some kind of, the Lord ain't put you in a place where you got access to like solar power or like a windmill power or something like that, you're gonna be asked out. All right, that should remind me of this episode of The Walking Dead where a dude's wife died because he didn't have power to power up this medical machine that she needed. Yeah, I remember he didn't have power she needed this medicine that if it would go bad at room temperature. So he needed to power up the fridge to keep it cold. She ended up dying. So hey, that type of thing, man. That's gonna happen in America, man. People dying of heat stroke. They ain't got no AC. All right. People dying of heat stroke in certain places. All right. Hey, here in DR, the power goes out while you sleeping, man. You gotta open up the window, man. And then what happens? And then you're exposed to mosquitoes, man. And who knows what them shits could have. Give you some dengue fever or some crazy shit, man. All right, so this that you're seeing here, man, in that video. All right, people living in blackouts here in Ecuador, man.
Ecuador's military.
And they got the military patrolling. Hey, just like in that brother's dream, in that brother's wife's dream, said military were patrolling. It was blackouts. Hey, shit like that is coming soon to a theater near you in Babylon, all right, aka America. And if the Lord is not with you, the Lord is not watching your back, like that, like the dream that brother's wife had, all right, you're gonna be at the mercy of the devil, man. So I'm gonna leave it there. I hope the video is edifying. Shalom.